Gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
800-535-7789. 800-535-7789. 800-535-7789. That's 800-535-7789.
Welcome to 5th Street Sports here on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon in Las Vegas, Nevada. Of course, it's Halloween today. We are on Sports Byline, SB Nation Radio Network. You can also find us on Facebook.com/5th Street Sports Talk. And here we are on a Halloween. I got my two co-hosts, Oklahoma Brian and Florida Rick. Guys, we got a big day today. We got a lot of good stuff happening. You guys got anything off the top of your head that happened last night in our wagering universe?
Oh, I thought that was a nice pick that Florida Rick talked us off of the over in that second MAC game. That was a nice call, Rick. I think you're now officially the senior 5th Street Sports handicapper. I was an intern. I think I've been demoted to coffee boy, and I can't even do that because I'm not even the same. Can't even make the coffee because I'm not even in the same state as you guys. But I have a big card of dogs today. I'm looking forward to sharing those in the dog pound today.
Me too. So Rick, you took victory right out of the right out of the jaws of defeat from us yesterday, like today in that over game yesterday, right?
Yeah, the Bowling Green game. That was the one we were talking about where the line move had it moved about 4 points to the over. We said, go under at this peak number. Plus, there was a good 14, 15 mile per hour sustained winds. So, me and Brian have been doing this for years. We love going under in those games. So that one worked out. The MAC game, that Miami, Ohio, that was a tough loss. Thought we had it. We were tied, middle of the fourth quarter, but we ended up losing by 9. So we lost by a couple points there. We did have the line movement again. But, we missed that one. And NBA, I split those two games. The Heat just never showed up. And Toronto was an easy win, though. So it was about a 50-50 day.
No, but to your credit, in that Miami of Ohio game, by not covering the spread, that shameful field goal by a guy that's missed 12 extra points this year, kicks a shameful long field goal to cover the 7.5. But, guys, we got the dog pound today. One little clue I'm going to give you guys, because I'm going to the dog pound too, is I'm going to probably be able to carry all of mine out. Mine are going to be little puppies, so I know.
Mine are going to be man.
Guys, we got to go on a break. We'll be right back. We're going to the dog pound, 5th Street Sports. Don't go anywhere.
Parent means every high and low you can imagine. But Evos can make it all easier with a baby monitor you can trust. Go to myevos.com, that's MYEVOZ.com, to see how Evos can be the eyes and ears of your nursery. Evos works with your smartphone to provide a live audio and HD video connection to your baby anytime and anywhere. On a date, at work, away on business, even serving your country overseas, Evos helps you never miss a moment. Whether your baby is with a sitter, your partner, a grandparent, or a friend, you'll be right there too. And with unique features like smart alerts that know the difference between a barking dog and your baby crying, extensive sleep tracking data, and state-of-the-art security features for your peace of mind, Evos is the smart baby monitor for connected parents. And enter the code SPORTS at checkout for $20 off. That's myevos.com. MYEVOZ.com.
This online bank was foreclosing on us. They even had documents that I signed for a home equity loan, only I didn't. What a nightmare.
She's the victim of a devastating crime called mortgage fraud. Your home's title and mortgage are kept online, where thieves, foreign and domestic, hack them. It's simple. They forge your title and borrow every penny of equity you have in your home, like this police officer.
I know about title fraud, so I registered with Home Title Lock and discovered some thief had already taken over title. Thank God I found out in time.
No bank, identity theft program, or insurance protects you. Home Title Lock will. For pennies a day, Home Title Lock puts a barrier around your home's title and mortgage. The instant it detects tampering, they're on it, helping to shut it down. Find out if you're already a victim of title fraud. Get your $100 search free with sign-up. Visit HomeTitleLock.com. HomeTitleLock.com.
This is Bully Ray.
This is Jay Lethal. Dalton Castle from Ring of Honor to tell you that Honor Club.
Honor Club is the ultimate ROH experience. Join now for live streaming access to Survival of the Fittest
and all 4 nights of the Global Wars Tour.
Also, get on-demand access to past Ring of Honor events, out-of-print compilations,
50% off pay-per-views,
and more.
Or better yet,
go VIP and receive every major pay-per-view for free,
including Final Battle.
Honor Club is more than a network. Skip the line for pre-sale ticket access to live events and receive 15% off at ROHProShop.com on exclusive apparel, DVDs, replica championships, and more.
Go to ROHHonorClub.com.
ROHHonorClub.com.
Or open the ROH app now. Available on all Apple and Android devices and Roku.
We are Honor Club, and honor is real.
Guys, we're back here on 5th Street Sports. We got a big show for you today. Right off the bat, what do you guys got for us today, guys? What do you got interesting going on there in the middle and eastern America?
The middle and eastern America. Well, in middle America, this is like the most exciting holiday of the whole year. I've never seen anything like this until I moved here. But Halloween is like off the charts here. I've never lived anywhere where it's such a big deal. So looking forward to a big night of Halloween festivities. And actually, this has been my favorite holiday for years. It always bummed me out when I lived places where they didn't really get into Halloween. So I'm super excited about Halloween. I actually canceled, it's kind of embarrassing, but true. I teach a class on Wednesday nights, college class, and I canceled it tonight because of Halloween. And I'm kind of hoping that that the department chair or department secretary don't figure it out. I didn't tell anyone except for the students. I just told everyone, don't show up tonight, no class. So
boy, I wish I had a teacher like you. Gee, talk about a liberal teacher. Wow.
I'm kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum as Bri. I can't wait to get out of the house to make sure that I'm not home for when these little kids start coming over to trick or treat. I didn't buy any candy. I'm not going to buy any candy. And I'm just ready to get out of here as soon as the show ends so I can avoid all that and go to the bar, have some drinks, have some food, and, make sure I stay away from the kids. Halloween isn't as big in this neck of the woods as it is over there in Tulsa.
I'll bet you that this Brian is so liberal that if he was out here in Vegas, he'd probably cancel his class for Taco Tuesday from Roberto's Taco. If he was teaching Spanish, he'd probably cancel his Spanish class for Taco Tuesday from Roberto's shop here,
I think that's what he does on Cinco de Mayo, right? I think he canceled it every year on Cinco de Mayo. Isn't that right, Brian?
Yeah. I only have 2 holidays that I really care about, and that's Thanksgiving and Halloween. They're my 2 favorite holidays of the whole year. I could give a damn about. You guys can have everything else. 4th of July, Christmas, Easter, Memorial Day. Just give me Halloween and Thanksgiving, and I'm happy.
Wow.
So yeah, I will make a prop though for you tonight. Make a line on. There's a MAC game tonight, correct, Rick?
Yes,
I think so.
Halloween.
Yeah, yeah, action. Make a. I'll tell you what, 5.5 over a quarter. How would you bet that if I said it was number of times ESPN shoots its cameras into the stands to show people wearing zany costumes?
5.5 over a quarter. That's like the first quarter line on number of times.
Yeah.
I think the real line is probably more in like 17.5 over minus 112, 17.5 over minus 115. Yeah, no, you're way off, Bri. They're going to show that many times before the game even starts.
You know what,
guys? Hang on a second. We got Rockford coming in the house. Boy, Rockford's up early today. Hang on a minute over here. Let's see what Rockford's coming in on, you guys. Maybe you can give a little. We'll finish up. Here we go. Rockford's picks. 418, Florida International -3. Game 336, North Carolina over 61.5. And game 374, Washington State over 50. That's 3 more plays for Rockford. Rockford's 2 games under 500, by the way, folks. And believe me, I think you should get on these because he doesn't stay under 5. I don't know if this is his first year under 500 at this point, but get on Rockford. Brian, I want to hear more about your Halloween thing before we analyze some of Rockford's plays.
Well, yeah, so it's interesting. I'm looking at this. I was actually looking at this Florida International game. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, so Halloween, it's a huge deal. I actually was supposed to clean the house today. That was my job when my wife left for work. She's having friends over, and I ended up binge watching an entire show today. Actually, I wrap it up just in time before our show starts. So I've got to basically clean the house in a half hour here after we finish the show. That should go well.
I've got a friend of mine who's got a wife that's a complete cleaning neurotic, and she goes away a lot of times for 1 or 2 weeks. So this is a veteran move. So he let's say she's gone for 2 weeks. He calls in 3 maids like 5 hours before her plane lands. Now that's for the whole 2 weeks he lives like a guy, pizza boxes, tacos, everything all over the house. Then 5 hours before the plane lands, he has 3 maids come in. That's a veteran move right there.
So Brian and I have a friend similar to that. Although he does it about 6 months at a time and then calls a cleaning lady in, like before his parents come to visit.
I'm always afraid that I'm going to have cash in a place I totally forgot about and the maid's going to find it. So I'm really reluctant. My wife wants to get a maid, and I kind of fight the maid thing. And even when we get a maid, like I'll say to her, like, "Hey, great, can the maid do this?" And my wife will say, like, "You can't ask a maid to wash windows. That's beneath her, or you can't ask her to change the cat box." And I think to myself, well, she is a maid, like,
no,
what,
but just check out
I don't quite get that.
But just check out the differences in our life. He's scared to hire a maid because she might find too much cash. Meanwhile, Rick, I got guys, if a guy broke into my house right now to rob me, I say, listen, whatever you find, I'll help you. We'll split it. Whatever you find, I'll help you. We'll split it. You know what I mean? Big difference over here, brother. Big difference. Oh, guys, you got to... Well, let's talk about these Rockfords. What do you think before? Because, people want to know about this guy. He's really good, but he's on a little bit of a bad streak.
Well, the FIU game is the first one that sticks out to me. And Florida Rick is really sad because he goes to this game every year. This is right in his backyard. This is the most exciting football game of the year in Florida is Florida International, Florida Atlantic. It actually has a name.
What's the name?
Did you know it has a name? I believe it's the Shula Bowl is the name for this game.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. That was real creative. Yeah.
Well,
but I guess, this year looks like I've kind of talked Rick into going to the LSU-Alabama game. We're probably heading there on Friday. So you'll have to miss FAU this year. Sorry about that.
It was a tough one. That was a really hard decision to make. But, I thought about it for a long time, lots of discussions with other people, and they convinced me it's Alabama LSU is probably the better game to go to this year. But next year, FIU, that'll be the game. That'll be like Alabama LSU this year, I think, next year.
Well, what do you guys think of Rockford's pick? You got any comments on that?
I
never want to go against Rockford. I would never want to be against Rockford. So unless he's on Florida against Georgia, but other than that, I'm not saying I like these picks, but I don't have an opinion. I really haven't studied these games yet, but I wouldn't go against them.
I'm gonna withhold my comment until we get to the dog pound. How is that for foreshadowing?
Ah, I got you here. What about his 2 totals? North Carolina over 61.5 or Washington State over 50?
So I like the Washington State Cal over. That makes some sense to me. I actually am blanking on North Carolina. Who are they playing again?
Gosh, me too. Hang on, because Rockford.
Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech. So I lean both overs.
Love it. Yeah.
Georgia Tech. North Carolina is not going to stop the option. and there should be a lot of points in this game. So, like I'm saying, I'm not going to go against any of these plays.
So there you go, Rockford. You got 2 endorsements on the totals. I got a feeling, though, you're going to get punished in the dog pound. From what Brian's already got that grin on his face. That Florida International -3 might get punished over here. What do we got? Halloween. Gosh, Brian. So you actually had the balls to cancel class for Halloween? To cancel your class?
Yeah, and I've actually been telling them for a couple weeks now. No class on the 31st. I sent out an email to everyone, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to tell any of the authority figures because I'm afraid that they would yell at me or tell me I had to have class. So I'm kind of crossing my fingers, hoping that one, kind of half asleep kid doesn't show up, see that there's no instructor, and go ask what's going on here. Hopefully,
you'll blow it for the whole show. I'll bet you everybody's happy. I mean, the parents want to go out trick or treating with the kids. Guys, but when we come back, we got some really good stuff over here. We're going to the dog pound. Talk you can bet on 5th Street Sports. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're going to want to hear all these dogs. They barked really loud last week.
If you or a loved one is suffering from a physical or emotional condition that has left you unable to work, then listen carefully. Take this number down. 800-593-7491. That's 800-593-7491. When you call, you'll speak with a Social Security disability expert and get a free evaluation to see if you may qualify for disability insurance benefits from the U.S. government. That's right, a monthly cash payment paid directly to you from the Social Security Administration. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied disability benefits, call now. The disability attorneys at Pinnacle Disability can help you build your case, file an appeal, and represent you at no upfront cost to you. Don't wait another minute to see if you may qualify for your Social Security disability benefits. Call Pinnacle Disability Group at 800-593-7491 for your free case evaluation. That's 800-593-7491. 800-593-7491. Call now.
Hi, Rick Tittle here. You may know me as the sports talk host that can talk about all sports: football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, golf, tennis, auto racing, boxing, Olympics, rollerball. But this time I'm here to talk about pain. If you have pain in your knee or your back like I do, then you should know about the Health Alert Hotline. If Medicare is your primary insurance, then you could qualify for a back or knee brace at little or no charge. I have an old injury from my football playing days, and anything that can help take that pain away and make it more manageable, that has my attention. I love the free delivery, and they take care of the paperwork for you. So if you have Medicare and need help for back, ankle, knee, or shoulder pain, please call the Health Alert Hotline at 800-428-1570. That's 800-428-1570. Agents are standing by 24/7, so go ahead and call now. 800-428-1570.
Where do you want to go on a vacation or honeymoon? The Caribbean, Europe, Hawaii, Mexico? How about Disney or a cruise? At Superior Cruise and Travel, we've got you covered. We'll assign you your own travel concierge. They'll help you design a custom vacation plan that you can't find online. And the service is completely free. You can't compare the value of this to any other online travel company. We can help you plan a custom vacation anywhere in the world. We even offer payment plans with no credit card required. Now you pay off your vacation on your time schedule. Call now and mention the promo code RADIO and save up to $500. Book your custom trip. Call Superior Cruise and Travel now and talk to one of the highest rated travel agencies in the country with a 5-star A+ online rating.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guys, we're back here on 5th Street Sports on Sports Byline SB Nation Radio Network. And now it's time, because remember, this is 5th Street Sports, talk you can bet on. And it's time to get down to business, where we're going to bring you guys really good stuff so we can make some money, because we've been killing it for the last 2 or 3 weeks. But before we do that, do I got Oklahoma Brian and Florida Rick there? You guys on there? I got a
we're
real
here.
special request for
I'll be
you.
here.
I got Nick, our producer, right here in the house, and I said you guys are going to the Alabama LSU game. Nick, these guys want press passes. What can you do for them?
Well, press passes are like gold, guys. Particularly for that particular game, we'll give it a shot. We'll put in for credentials and see if we can get you in for the caviar media food. I used to go to all the games, as many as I could, hockey games and soccer games. Just for the free food.
So there you go,
There you
guys.
go.
Don't forget to bring to mail us a little doggy bag over here if you guys get good stuff. But guess what time it is, you guys? I'm hearing a little bit of barking in the background. That means it's time for the dog pound. I think the first one in the kennel is Rick this week. There it is. There it is, guys. Time to get some puppies over here. Last week, Rick, I don't think we lost a dog, and I even overrode Brian with Kentucky. He took Missouri, so I had Kentucky on that. So I overrode him on that one.
Yeah, I think we went 5 or 6-0. And
Yeah.
these were dogs, like we said earlier in the week. We're not just talking about plus 125 dogs. We're talking plus 180, plus 300. Cal was plus 450, plus 500.
How about your KC State?
Yeah,
How about Kansas State? That I think it was plus 400, right? Did we pick that one?
that wasn't me. I don't.
You didn't take that.
Maybe someone else did. Maybe Brian.
Okay. All right. Well, you're the
You're
first
thinking
one.
of Kansas. That might have been Brian. Okay.
You're the first one in the pound,
Yeah.
Rick. What do you got, buddy?
Okay, so my first dog pound play this week is actually going to be tomorrow night. It's going to be game number 313, Temple at UCF. Temple is about a plus 350 dog here. Everyone's talking about UCF going to the BCS playoff, or as my friend says, stop using BCS, just say the playoff. So everyone thinks that with all these possibilities, all these teams losing twice, LSU's and Michigan's and Georgia's and Oklahoma's, UCF might sneak in, but I don't think UCF's going undefeated, and I think this is a game that they could very well lose. I think Temple's had a solid year, very underrated team. I think Temple's going to be in this one to the end, and I think they're going to cover. I say at plus 350, you're getting a great value as a money line dog here. So that's my first dog pound play of the week.
There he goes, Brian. You're up, buddy. He took home a big one.
I like that. That was a nice dog. It's a dog I would have used. And just so you guys know, we had a pretty intense discussion before the show about not sharing or revealing your dogs before the show. This is a semi-competitive sport for us. So I'm going to run out and grab a dog that I know. I've seen Rick with his eyes on this dog. He's been walking around the neighborhood. He's been asking if it likes kids and if it likes kittens. But I'm going to run out and grab this dog. I'm not sure what breed this dog would be, but it's a big enough dog that I think children could ride it if you put a saddle on it. Okay. Yeah. And still looking for the game number on this, but I'm going to go with about plus 250. I can get, it's game 396, Baylor, plus 250 against Oklahoma State.
You stole that.
That was definitely one of my dogs.
Dang it. You robbed me.
We talked about that one on Monday or on Sunday, so yeah, you knew I was going to use that one.
Hey, now,
Frank, he fell for that from me. From Sunday night, he fell for that one.
Yeah, you pickpocketed there. I just want to share with the listeners and the folks out here. This is talk you can bet on. You guys are getting we have so many sources on getting great value plays and dogs. We look into sharp accounts. We fade bad accounts. We have our own, originating every single thing. So the dogs that we're giving you are pretty good value, as you can see from the last 3 or 4 weeks. So with that being said, you guys, I'm going to go grab me a little tiny one. It's probably a little Dotson. Game 323, Iowa plus 127 against Purdue. I think Iowa's a better team. Just Purdue, they showed up against Ohio State, but you can see all the cracks that they have. So I'm going to take Iowa plus 127, a little Dotson here.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that pick. It makes a lot of sense. I actually like to play. It's so close to a pick 'em though. I'm not going to use it, but I love the play. Okay, my second dog is going to be game number 361, Air Force plus 250, 260 against Army. as we love taking Service Academy dogs in these spots. Whenever you get any of these guys playing for these Commander-in-Chief games, take the dog, take the points. Doesn't matter where it is. I love Air Force in the spot. I think they're going to win outright. If not, I surely think they're going to cover. So the fact you're getting plus 250 here is incredible value. To me, it should be almost a pick 'em game. Just run and take as much Air Force as you can get down on.
There we go. Brian, you're up.
It's another play that I liked. So I'm going to pass on a small dog also and try to stick with the I like the larger breed dogs. Like I've said before, I personally prefer bigger dogs because they don't live as long and they make for great pets. You're not committed to a long-term relationship. Nothing. I don't need a dog for 15 years. 8 to 10 years is plenty. Probably catch hell for saying that.
Oh,
but,
the ASPCA right now just send you a WTF message here.
Okay, here's a dog. This is a little bit of a contrarian play because there's a lot of really sharp accounts on the other side of this game. I've seen, and I know there's a lot. Sharp accounts are all over Oklahoma this week. Game 349, but I think this is a really dangerous spot for Oklahoma. I'm going to. I'm going to go with.
Brian, hang on. Read that quote there from Fifth Street Social from, what is it, Mario Dief? It says, Florida Rick is so insightful. I appreciate your thoughtful analysis. There you go, from Fifth Street Social, from like, Mario Dief.
That's like the equivalent of that's like a Delilah long distance dedication there. That was nice. I haven't gotten one of those yet, by the
way. You should. So, okay, so you're gonna fade Oklahoma, right?
I'm fading Oklahoma. I'm gonna take Texas Tech. This is a really, really tough place to play. I think the public doesn't appreciate how difficult Lubbock is as a venue. It's 3,000 feet, windy. The crowd is ornery. They'll be throwing tortillas. Tech defense is good. I like Tech. I certainly like Tech plus the points, but I think they have a chance at 4-1. I'll take my chances on Texas Tech.
Texas Tech, okay, plus 400. Guys, you guys are taking some nice big old dogs over here.
Let me just interject for 1 sec, Frank, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
this is a game that Brian's right about all the sharps been in Oklahoma, and I see that at minus 10, 10.5. This is what we talked about earlier this week as well as previous weeks. This line is peaked at 13.5, 14 minus 15, 14 minus 20. At this number, I think Tech's an incredible buy. It's not going any lower. You're never going to get 14 again. So it's not going any higher. So it'll only go lower at this point. So if you can get Tech plus 14 on the buy to minus 15, minus 20, I would jump on that too.
There you go. Wow, Brian, endorsed by Rick. Great pick. Guys, this one's a little bit bigger than a Dotson. I'd say this is maybe like a little poodle, maybe a little chubby poodle. Game 328, Wake Forest at home, plus 185. I think it's a good value at home. Wake Forest, you've seen them wake up, right? I mean, they're a much better team than they were the first 5 games. I don't think Syracuse is all that. I like Wake Forest at home getting $1.85. I think this is good, bigger competition than Syracuse is used to playing all year. So I'm going to take them at home plus $1.85. Wake Forest.
Okay. I'm up. My next play is one that I've gone against last week, and I'm pretty sure gone against some other weeks too. It's going to be 386 Stanford plus 315 going up against our Milton Berle Washington Huskies. Here we go. Here's another spot where Washington's a big favorite. They never seem to cover the big numbers against decent teams, and now they're laying, 9.5, 10 points coming off a loss at Cal. Stanford's a better team than Cal. I know this game's now at UW, but Washington, if they get it done, they barely get it done. So I like the fact of this game being tied in the fourth quarter, and now you're going to be on a plus 315 dog at that same in that scenario. So I'm going to go with 386 Stanford plus 310 plus 315.
There you go.
All right, I got a Powerball inspired dog coming up in honor of Powerball jackpot this past week being over $1 billion. You're not going to make $1 billion in this game, but the odds are going to be, they're so high that I don't even know them. If you guys might want to help me look up the odds of this. This sounds crazy, but I think 333 Nebraska has a chance to pull off a shocker at Ohio State this week. Nebraska, we make fun of them, how many close losses they've had. This is a team that could easily be, 4-2, or not sure what the record is, or 5-2. This team has lost so many heartbreaking games. They're constantly in games and don't get it done. But I can see Nebraska staying close in this game, and why can't they win it in the fourth quarter if it's close? So I certainly love them plus the points, but I think they can win outright.
What is the money line on them?
So plus 600. You're getting 6-1 on average. I mean, you might be able to find 650 in some spots. So other spots might be 550, 525, but it's around 6-1.
Guys, it's my turn in the pound, and I got 25 seconds because you guys are going to get mad at me because I'm going to the NFL, but I'm taking – these are small, but these are conjoined twins, okay? They're small. So I'm taking two at the same time. I'm taking San Diego plus 111 and the Rams plus 114. I got both of these guys were together. I got to take them home and separate them, so I'm taking two at the same time. San Diego and the Rams. We'll be right back. Fifth Street Sports. We're going to finish up here in the Dog Pound. Don't go anywhere.
It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. Call right now. That number is 800-485-6003. Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low-cost airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531.
If you or someone you love suffers from drug addiction, now is the time to utilize your private health insurance PPO plan. If eligible, receive up to $30,000 or more in substance abuse benefits with low or no out-of-pocket cost. We are the National Treatment Network, the premier drug and alcohol treatment referral service operating 24/7. We help connect you with facilities nationwide that accepts PPO private health insurance for substance abuse. If you have PPO substance abuse coverage and you need immediate admittance to a medical detox or residential rehab treatment center, call us now. Call our live referral helpline today. The call is free. This program is not available to Medicare or Medicaid customers.
Call 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. That's 800-296-1252.
Welcome back here to Fifth Street Sports. I'm Frank Perez, joined by Florida Rick and Oklahoma Brian, my two co-hosts. We've been in the kennel for the last 20 minutes, and we're still here. You guys, by the way, during the break, I got a personal foul from the, the president, producer of the show, Nick. because I mentioned San Diego Chargers on my conjoined twins. They are the LA Chargers. I know that. I'm so used to San Diego. But they both play in the same stadium. I'm taking those two home. Hey, we got something from Brian Wilson here on 5th Street Social. Frank, Brian, and Rick, I'm thinking about betting all the dogs on the first half line. Thoughts? Well, let's go to one of you guys on that one.
I have no problem with it as long as you're getting good lines. But let me go back to your Charger play, because if you just got a 5-yard penalty, you got off easy. That should be like a 15. This should be like a 40-yard penalty. If this was hockey, that'd be a game misconduct. You just took a plus 111 dog and tried to pass it off as a dog.
But I took two of them. I took two of them at the same time. They were joined together. There were two little ones all stuck together.
I mean, is there a penalty box there in the studio that Nick could lock you up for like 2 minutes?
He just gave me a personal foul for saying San Diego. Boy, you guys are abusing me. So on Brian Wilson, what would you say really quickly on his question from 5th Street Social? If there's value?
Yeah, I think it comes down to value, right? So, and this is why it's good to have more than one book, because you always want to know if you're taking a money line. Is the money line that I'm getting a competitive money line relative to the market? Okay, so if I'm taking plus 250 on a game, I want to know that somewhere out there might not be a minus 250. That's unrealistic to think that it would be that narrow of a gap. But I want to see that, if I was betting the other side, I'd be laying minus 270 or minus 280. In other words, I'm really close to what the somebody betting the opposite side of that bet would be. So, and the same thing goes with the first half. So, if you have a book like a Pinnacle or a Five Dimes or a low juice book that gives you really competitive juice, then you can be aggressive in playing first halves, first quarters. But if you got a book like that, the book we talked about in New Jersey that's just clobbering you, with 100-cent juice or,
Right.
where you're laying 200 and the take back's 125, then I might stay away from dogs in general. Curious what you think, Rick.
Yeah, I mean, you always want to take value if you can get it. Most players, though, only have one out, so they don't have the luxury of shopping through 20, 30 books. So I would still recommend these instances, unless you have some sort of spectacular value, like Bryce said. We're going for the whole games. We're not just looking the first half. So if you only have that one out, stick to the game bets.
Got it.
But if you have the luxury of shopping around, then by all means, see if you can get some nice value in the first half now.
Rick, now you're next. There's a lot of I hear a lot of little crying inside the kennel. Some of these dogs want to get taken home, buddy. What do you got?
Okay, this is my biggest dog of the week, and I'm going to go right back to where they came from last week, and that's 388 Kansas, taking them at plus 480 at home against Iowa State. 14.5-point dog. Iowa State is a very, very good football team, but as we know, this has been how they act for many years now. They're a superb home team, and then they go on the road and they just tend to not show up, especially in the non-meaningful type games. So I think Kansas, they are coming off a big win last week, but I expect them to be in this game. This isn't the same Kansas team that we've seen over the last 5-6 years. This is a legitimate team, and I think Kansas is going to be in this game to the final gun. And I love that getting plus 480 in the money line here. I think plus 200 would be about the right in my book, but plus 480 is a steal.
Okay, we got you
I
down.
like it,
Brian.
Yeah, that 11 a.m. local start time doesn't hurt either, does it? If you're playing a big dog, that's always a nice thing. And you got the Puka Bazooka. That's the running back there at Kansas. And ironically, this Kansas team is finally becoming good. The athletic department really wants to fire the coach, and now all of a sudden it's like the guy starts winning. Just at the they actually are starting to show signs of life. So it might be inconvenient for the AD if Kansas pulls off this upset. Okay, I'm going to go to a game. I've been a gentleman thus far, and I've stayed away from this game because I know both of you guys like this. But you guys, Frank, you in particular, taking a 111 play, that's so shameful. I'm going to take a game that I know you probably wanted this game, and I'm going to take this. I'm going to take a lot of pride in taking this game away from you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna take this looks like a Chicago derby between Notre Dame and Northwestern, and I say, hey, why can't this a 6 o'clock evening start time? Why can't Northwestern pull this off at
You
home?
robbed me, buddy. You robbed me.
Yeah, to me, Notre Dame has been very impressive, but it just feels like a team that doesn't really, to me, feel, kind of like what Rick said about UCF. This doesn't feel like an undefeated team to me. They're a good team, but they're not in the category of undefeated team. So I say, sure, this sounds like a great spot for them to go down.
Okay, what's the price on them on Northwestern plus?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, 356 Northwestern and 3 1/4. Is that
plus 350, 325? Yeah,
350. Yeah.
Well, here's my next one because you stole this Northwestern from me. So I'm going to steal this next game from my partner Chris, okay? Because all the metrics say it. And I'm going to take home myself a little cheese dog. I'm taking the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers plus 213, baby. I stole it right from Chris. The metrics say it. I'm going to take Green Bay to beat New England outright plus 213. Little cheese dog.
Little cheese. I like the cheese dog. Yeah. That's nice. I by the way, I love that play. I totally hadn't looked at the NFL. If I had, that would have been my go-to game. I absolutely love that play.
Oh, thank you very much.
I think Packers should have won last week against the Rams.
Oh, the Rams, I know.
And there's no Ty Montgomery this week to run out the kickoff out of the end zone. So don't have to worry about that happening again.
Nice.
He's on Baltimore now.
Rick, what do you?
They got a 7th round pick for him.
What's your
they traded Baltimore for a
really?
7th round pick yesterday. Yeah, 7th round pick.
Oh,
they were lucky to have. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I totally.
They weren't happy with it. Yeah, that happened on the trade deadline.
Oh, because I heard after the game he was insisting that he didn't do anything rogue. That he was just following, his instructions. That's crazy. So they totally threw him under the bus, or he was lying. One or the other.
Yeah, I don't know which one it was, but yeah, he's been a great player. But I kind of have to go with what the teammates said, and I think he was told to take a knee, but we'll never know because it's always going to be his word versus their word. But anyway, yeah. So I agree with that play. That should be a really tight game too. I guess we're going to go one more dog pound this week, and I'm going to go with game number 337, Missouri, as a plus 200 dog playing at the Gators this Saturday afternoon. The Gators have had so many tough games. Not that Missouri hasn't, but I think Missouri's going to put up a lot of points with Drew Lock, and the Gators' offense has been struggling. I just love the fact that you're getting a plus 200 here in a game that I deem is about to pick them. I think the talent is equal. Mm-hmm. The home field is not going to come into play as much in this game, in an afternoon game. Gators have had some tough beats of late, so I love Missouri game plus 200 in the money line here and plus 6 in the spread.
Missouri plus 200. That was your pick last week, Brian. I punished you with Kentucky on that one.
I still think I was right on that game, but that's how stubborn I am.
I know.
All right, I don't pick small dogs. You're not going to see a 111 pick come out of my mouth.
Boy, I'm getting so much shame over this.
I'm gonna go to another Friday night game. I think this is a game that the dog definitely will be in contention. I'm gonna go to game 315, Pittsburgh, and what kind of price can I get on that, Rick? I could probably get 275, 280,
250.
Yeah,
250, 250, maybe 260. Yeah,
I'll take 260.
I like that play.
Okay, 260 Pittsburgh.
That was.
Well,
Pittsburgh at Virginia Friday night. I'm all over that game as well. That was one of the plays I was going to use, but I put that at the bottom of the list. But I do like it.
Guys, I'm going to interrupt you for a sec here. We have a message in from Billy Donlin. I'm going to put it up right now. He's asking about Washington State. He says, "What do you think of game 374, Washington State -10 versus California? Washington State is 8-0 versus the spread this year." This is from our YouTube chat through Fifth Street Social. What do you guys think?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, they are 8-0. It's crazy. They find a way to cover every week. I don't have a play on that game, but if you put a gun to my head and made me take a side, I would take this. I take the favorite. I would lay 10, even though it's late in the year to be. What do you think, Rick?
I would stay away from this game, but if I had it, it is a late night game in Pullman. I think Washington State will get the job done. I don't love it at all, but I would take Wazoo as well. I would lay the 10 in a pick'em situation. I'm not going to play it, but if I had to, that's what I would take.
Well, on this next game, I've done a tremendous amount of handicapping on this game, and the reason I'm taking this one, and I think to win this one, I may have to resort to grabbing those kids that ride around on your bicycle with a shirt and ties. I may have to knock one of them off the bike and steal his magic jammies, but I am going to take BYU, baby, game 367, and it's two reasons for that. Okay, I mean, I like them. I don't think Boise State's all that, and I think the game should be a lot closer to like plus 180. I may need magic jammies to get on it, and my nephew graduated from BYU, and he just sent me $200 for my birthday, so I'm going to go with BYU.
Nice.
To upset Boise State. I think they should be plus 180 to 200, and I'm getting in the mid threes, so I'm going to go ahead and take them.
I like it, bringing them young. This game makes a lot of sense to me. Particularly like BYU there as a team this year, but certainly now on this show, by the way, so we've already offended dog owners, and now you've got Mormons. Like, we're gonna have like nobody left to like us.
I didn't offend them. I didn't offend them. I just said late in the third or fourth quarter, I may need a pair of magic jammies, so I'm gonna walk outside, and if I see the kids riding the bike, I may have to knock one of them off the bike and borrow his magic jammies to get this one in.
Idaho is about 22% Mormon. It's a very Mormon state, so they probably have a lot of supporters there at Boise. So yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, what do you think the Boise fans do? The Boise Mormons, who do they go for? That's actually a great question.
That is a heck of a question.
I think, do they have one of those like half and half jerseys? Half Boise, half BYU. Are you going to see a bunch of those? I think you might.
That's almost like saying, like, if the LA Rams played the LA Chargers, what would happen there at that stadium?
I don't know.
They actually played a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But the Rams, it was a Rams home game, so they had more supporters. But the Boise BYU is a very intriguing question because you don't really, have that situation.
There we go.
Again.
Guys, let's recap this because we got about 35 seconds. So, Rick, you've picked game 313 Temple plus 350, 361 Air Force plus 260, 386 Stanford plus 380, 388 Kansas plus 480, and then you went with Missouri game 337. 5 nice dogs. Brian, you got Baylor plus 250. You got Tech plus 400. You took Nebraska. That's a big old puppy. 333. Oh, guys, we gotta finish this up here when we come back from a break. We'll be right back. Fifth Street Sports. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna wrap up the show with a bunch of nice dogs that we've released today.
Do you have Medicare and do you use a CPAP machine? This is a national healthcare alert regarding your CPAP supplies. Using a clean CPAP mask and clean supplies is important to staying healthy. The best way to make sure your CPAP equipment is clean is to get new supplies. If you have Medicare, we have great news. Medicare will pay for you to have new clean supplies every 90 days. We'll even do all the paperwork for you to make sure that there's little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. And you don't even have to leave your home. We provide free in-home delivery. So if you're a CPAP user and you have Medicare, staying healthy with new CPAP equipment is easy. Just make this free phone call right now to get started.
Call the CPAP hotline now. 800-430-4234. 800-430-4234. That's 800-430-4234. Copays and deductibles apply. Supplies are replaced in accordance with Medicare guidelines.
Attention business owners. Are you struggling while waiting for your customers to pay on their net 30, 60, or 90-day invoices? Can't get a business loan? Have no equity? Bad credit? Or maybe no credit at all? Then you need to call AmeriFactors right now. AmeriFactors will give you cash for your invoices and there's nothing to pay back. We simply buy your account receivables, and if those clients don't pay on the invoices, we take the loss. We give you funds based on your account receivables, not your credit. And 98% of all applicants are approved. It's that simple. With AmeriFactors, there's no more waiting for your customers to pay. We give you the funds up front, then we wait for your customers to pay us. Fund your business today. Call AmeriFactors right now.
800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. That's 800-847-1183.
Are you an inventor who would like to try to have an invention or idea patented and submitted to companies? But you don't know what to do next? Call for free information from InventHelp. InventHelp, a leading inventor service company, has been helping inventors since 1984 and has sales offices located in more than 60 cities nationwide. You'll want to talk to the company that has helped secure more than 7,000 invention patents. So call InventHelp. Even if you have an idea for improving an existing product and don't know where to go with it, you'll still want to call InventHelp for free information. You'll find out how InventHelp may assist you in trying to patent your invention and submit it to companies. So call now.
Call InventHelp at 1-800-316-1738. That's 1-800-316-1738. Get your free information by dialing 1-800-316-1738. That's 1-800-316-1738. 1-800-316-1738.
Hi, folks. We're back here on 5th Street Sports on Sports Byline SB Nation Radio Network. You can also find us on Facebook.com/5th Street Sports Talk. Well, we've been in the kennel all afternoon, guys. We got a lot of dogs. And what else do we got over here? We got what do we got over here going on in this
Hey, Frank. Well, I'm chiming in again, fellas. We got another message in from 5th Street Social. This one's coming from, actually, we have two. This first one is coming in from Kurt Morgan. I loved the Heat last night and took a bath. What's your best play tonight? Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween to you as well, Kurt.
Okay, what's the next one, Andrew?
The next one is from Cody Morse. Hey, guys, a little off topic. By the way, these are from our Facebook feed. So if you want to chime in, go ahead and watch us on Facebook and drop your comment in. Hey, guys, a little off topic, but what is your take on the upcoming Tiger/Phil match?
We're going to do a whole segment on the Tiger-Phil match in the next couple of days. Let's get to a pick for tonight. I know Rick has a game he really likes tonight in the NBA. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to give you my my NBA play I like tonight. It's going to be game 708 Minnesota, getting 6.5 at home against Utah. This line, Jimmy Butler was announced out. This line's gone up from 2.5 to 6.5. This is something Brian and I have done for years. When there's a star player out in the NBA, let that line just keep going up and then jump on the other team at the peak number. And I think I know Utah's a very good team, but I think Minnesota may actually play better with no Jimmy Butler. And I love the fact that you're getting 6.5 at home here. I'm on Minnesota plus 6.5, and you take a little money line, maybe at like plus 230, plus 240.
Yeah.
I like that. I'll be real quick with mine. I know we're running out of time. I like the Detroit Pistons tonight. This is a revenge game for the Brooklyn Nets, and it's back-to-back for Detroit, but I think this matchup favors Detroit, and you're getting plus 3. As far as the Tiger-Phil thing goes, maybe we'll try to get that in tomorrow. I know we got a lot that we want to cover on that. And,
I know Tiger's up to minus 205. He opened, this game, it opened near pick, and then Tiger had those really good 3 tournaments in a row. But Phil's coming back a little bit, so be careful. Guys, 5th Street Sports, we appreciate you. Thank you for listening and watching. We'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. That's 5th Street Sports. Thank you once again. We'll see you tomorrow.